the Browne Popular Culture Library. We're gonna go take a look behind the scenes and see a couple of things that we have in the collection. One of our greatest strengths is our romance collection. We have hundreds of books that are the Harlequin books that your grandma used to read, but also we have some more modern romance as well. One of our main areas of manuscripts is also our Romance Writers of America organizational files, and we also have a lot of author manuscripts that talk about the writing process, drafts, things like that. Another area that we collect in is games, and that includes board games and tabletop role-playing games and everything in between. Another popular area that gets a lot of use at the BPCL are our television and movie scripts. We hold scripts from actual production, copy scripts, revised drafts. We have final production shooting scripts, and we also have scripts from popular soap operas. Another one of our collecting areas are movie and TV press kits. I have an example here from a movie called You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And as you can see, most of them come in some type of folder and include production stills, a little bit about the cast, synopsis of the production and of the storyline, and a little bit more information that people can use when they do interviews and questions with the cast. Our fanzine collection is one of the largest. We have everything about fans, actual fandoms. We have zines that are zines, we have personal zines. We have art zines, we have photography zines, travel zines. Our zines include everything from mini comics in some cases to types of pamphlets and publications that are written to basically share information widely, and they're often self-published. We are one of the largest collections of comics in the country. We have everything from the mainstream Marvel, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. We have DC, Superman, and Batman. And as you can see, going down here, and even here, we have tens of thousands of comic issues. In addition to the comic book floppies and issues that we also have a large amount of volumes or collected editions. These are everything from the Phantom to Spider-Man. We have manga and some manhwa. We also have a large collection of cookbooks, everything from older cookbooks, vintage cookbooks, this one's called The Kentucky Housewife, to newer cookbooks that focus on world ethnic culture and the way that they affect Americans today. We have a really large collection of vintage paperbacks, and one of the fun things about these are some of the artwork that comes with these materials. Another cool area that we have are our art books, concept sketches, designs from animated movies and live action movies. A lot of times these books are going to tell you a little bit more about behind the scenes, talk about the animation style, talk about the resources that they use to create, in this case in Ratatouille, talk about France, talk about Paris, talk about food culture, and then also just the design work that they did in order to create this movie. We have hundreds of titles of magazines, everything from women's magazines, men's magazines, teenagers. We have things about movies and celebrities. We have Oprah magazine, we have mystery magazines, we have Ms. magazine and Mr. magazine. Pretty much anything you can think of, we have a magazine about it. And our magazines go back even as early as the late 1800s, early 1900s in some cases. So it's a really great way to see how things have changed throughout time. It's a great way to look at old advertisements, see old logos, see how things were advertised in women's magazines versus men's magazines, and also just to figure out what was being talked about for instance, teenage girls in the 80s compared to teenage boys in the 50s. Another type of periodical that people don't think about a lot are mail order catalogs, and we have a lot of mail order catalogs. Everything from the JCPenney Big Book and the Sears Roebuck books to individual stores, things like Abercrombie and Fitch. One of the interesting things about this is that a lot of times people don't realize that Abercrombie & Fitch used to be a camping store. So it had things like pocket knives and camping shirts, types of shoes and boots you would wear, versus what we know of as Abercrombie & Fitch today, which is not exactly the same. So as you can see, we have a lot of books. We have everything from graphic novels to fiction to nonfiction, stories about folk tales and folklores, mythology. We have things relating to religion, pop psychology, all sorts of things. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of our materials are closed stacks, so you can't just come back and browse. But what we can do is pull these materials for you. We can talk one-on-one about the kinds of things that are going to be of most interest to you in your research. You can set up appointments with us. You can come by to the reading room. You can meet our wonderful student workers anytime that we are open, Mondays and Tuesdays 8 to 8, and Wednesdays through Fridays 8 to 5.